Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Britzone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Britzone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Good
Hi.
evening. So we're not allowed to speak Indonesian at all then? Only English?
Yes, let's try English.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hey.
English only here.
Hello. Welcome to Britzone. Welcome to Tuesday class. Hey, hello.
Hi, Keiko. Hi, everyone.
Halo. Halo Saskia. Halo Rizka. Halo Rizan. Hey, there is Ezra. Hello Debbie. See you again. Hello Atika.
Hai Mas Eko.
Hi. Hello, Bambang. Hey, there is Esther. How are you, Esther? Hello, Nisa. Yes. Then who else do we have? Melly. Hello, Melly.
Hello.
Okay. I think it's 7 already, and I think while waiting the others to join, I would like to say hi to Rizka. Rizka.
Hi. I'm sorry. Wait, I will turn on my camera.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Hi. I'm sorry for the late.
Okay, so how are you today?
I'm quite fine. I'm very excited for my announcement later.
Your announcement?
Yes.
What announcement?
So my coordinator said that you will give me the time to announce that Britzone actually having a newest product to. So yeah, I'm going to promote some of them to our
Okay,
members.
great.
Yes.
I'm glad that you're excited. I'm excited as well. And I don't know also what they're going to share, but we'll see later. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, this guy is. Do you join Britzone quite often?
Yes, I'm a committee.
Yeah, you're the committee, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you think about the topic for today?
Well, it's quite interesting, I think, and really helps us to, add our skills in our daily, daily activity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay. Okay, then. I think I will start the announcement before we get into our topic tonight. Yeah, I bet everyone is excited about our topic tonight. And I think from the explanation before from the conductor, I think also I'm very excited. Okay, can you see my sharing screen?
I share, Echo.
Yes.
Yes.
You can see
It's
all
not
of
on
you.
slide mode yet.
Okay. Well, I would like to say welcome to all of you. Hi, fellow Brittoners. Welcome to Tuesday class. I'm glad you joining today. And I would like to have this announcement first before we start. So Britzone is the biggest free English community in Jakarta, where all members can join the regular classes without any registration fee. together with the routine. So it has established since 2002 to accommodate those who want to scale up communication skill in English through learning by doing method. Britzone is dynamic, flexible, social, and public-spirited community which gives accessible portal for every single individual to learn English. Okay, so what is our value? So we have 5 value. First, free and open platform, English education, learning by doing, free of judgment, and of course, volunteerism. Okay, so actually we have 3 classes. So today is the first one of the week. So it's Tuesday, starting at 7 as usual. So this is an interactive class to enhance public speaking skills using two-way communication to stimulate participants to be active in the class. So I hope you will be active. Feel free to raise your hand and to talk with your conductor. Okay. Uh, and then we have the second class of the week, which is will be tomorrow on Wednesday. It also start at 7. Okay. So this is an insightful class about various topic about English skills, speaking, writing, reading, listening. So you'll find that on Wednesday. Okay. Uh, Saturday, of course, because it's weekend, we will have Britzone Fun Day, where actually you will find various topics and it must be very, very fun. So you should join Saturday, okay? Uh, so I want you to, I think all of you have social media. So just use, we have multi-platform, so you can choose. We have Instagram, we have Clubhouse, we have Facebook, we have YouTube, and also we have a website. So you can choose either one suitable for you. Okay.
Kak Eko, Kak Eko, I'm sorry. The slides is still freeze.
Also freeze.
Yeah, actually the
Wait.
slide is not in a slideshow mode yet, Kaiko. So it's actually not moving.
Okay, hold on, yeah. I hope it works. Wait. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
There you go. Good.
Is it moving?
Yes, Kak.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, hold on. So I'm on the page of social media. You see my page as well, the same page?
Yeah, it's moving already, Kak.
Yes, okay. Okay, just like I told you that we are a multi-platform. You can find us on Instagram, Clubhouse, Britzone, Facebook, YouTube, and also our website. So we also want you to support us by buying our merchandise. And we also have Busy Mart, but unfortunately, it only happens during our offline class. So during pandemic, we're not having it. Only the Britzone merchandise. Where you can find it? Well, you can find it in here on Instagram and WhatsApp. Okay, you can order and you will find a lot of things, very interesting merchandise. So I I have to tell you our main sponsor is Perpustakaan Dikbud, Library of the Education and Culture Ministry. You can find a lot of collection and also audio and video collection at Perpustakaan Dikbud, yeah. And also Atmago application. It's a social network application uh, for reporting problems, sharing solution, and buying and selling items. Use Atmago to find jobs, read news on your community, or during times of disaster, neighbors on Atmago connect to learn where to go and what to do in order to defend their communities. Okay, so feel free to join. Just check it out if you haven't. You can find it in Google Play and Apple App Store, application store. And don't worry, at the end, we will have this tradition of taking pictures. So please do stay until the end, okay? Okay, so just like I've been told that the entrepreneur committee has very special announcement, and I don't know what is it. So I just give the floor to Mus. Hold on, not Mus. Sorry, that's the game master. Okay, for entrepreneur committee, please you can share your announcement tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will share the announcement first. Hold on. Okay, can you guys see my share screen?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh, I love the spirit, guys. Okay, so what you
Yes.
saw, what you saw earlier is actually the old, the old promotion. So this is our new products. First, I would like to thanks the Tuesday team that give me the time to give you the really brief announcement. I know that a lot of you guys are waiting for ages to the merch to be sold. So today we want to introducing our newest product. As you see that we have the new design for t-shirts, tote bag, notebook, and the sticker set. And as we celebrating the launch, we will give you the discount for the pre-order period, which is 10 to 25% for all products. So we really recommend you to just fill the form that I will give you in the chat, and just buy and share your pride as breed donors. I think that's all. Thank you so much. Oh, and if you want to order or ask me for more information, please WhatsApp me in the number in the screen, 08999 382425, or just DM us in Britzone merch. Thank you so much. Back to MC.
Thank you, Rizka.
Okay.
Wow. Finally, a new design is coming up this year, yeah. Because
Yes, I
I know
know,
that the
right?
last one is sold out, right?
Exactly.
Okay, thank
So
you, Rizka, for
yes,
Rizka.
thank
Thank
you
you for
so
the
much as well.
announcement. What are you going to say? Sorry.
No. Just forget it. Thank you so much for the time, Eko.
Okay. Okay then. Well, I think today we have a very special conductor. Uh, I think some of you already see the announcement on Instagram. So I think I would introduce tonight's speaker or conductor. It's a friend of mine, Kak Vena Annisa. She's an entrepreneur, communication consultant, and also former VOA journalist. So actually, I will tell you a little bit about her. So she has a big passion for broadcasting and public speaking, and it led her path to be VOA or Voice of America journalist in Washington, D.C., USA. So actually, what's amazing about her is actually she's a mother, she's a wife, and also she is a career woman, and she is having a career abroad. So actually, you know what? If you think that you already married and you have children and you cannot do your dreams, I think this is just a living proof that actually you can still do a lot of things. Maybe you will know further about how she managed, how she juggle. Okay, so make sure that you stay tuned until the end of the class meeting. Okay, so I think I would greetings Vena in here. Vena.
Hello, Kak Eko. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Kak Vena.
Hello.
Nice to
Say hi,
meet you
guys.
tonight. Yes. So thank you, Kak Eko, for a great introduction. Pretty much sums up my CV. So for everyone, this is okay, there you go. It's my CV over there. Eko and I are longtime friends back in our days as exchange students in the cold state of Minnesota, USA. So that was more than 20 years ago. That was the longest
Long
time.
time ago, yeah.
Yes, and
Long
actually,
time
I and
ago.
Echo haven't talked to each other for the longest time, probably 1,000 years. And then suddenly, actually a week ago, Kak Eko called me and invited me to speak here, which I'm very happy to oblige. So thank you everyone for having me here. Since I think we spend too much time in virtual communications, one of the happiness that I have when I am speaking to audience is actually to see their face. I understand that not all of you can show your face, your beautiful face. Seeing everybody's faces is actually the source of happiness in this age of virtual communication. So if you can turn on your video right now so we can truly connect. So, and I would like to see everybody. Yay, thank you so much. I thought there's a lot of people named Fasil. Turns out Fasil is actually facilitator, yeah. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for giving me the happiness by showing your face tonight. But for those of you who cannot turn on your video, that would be okay too. As Kak Eko mentioned, my name is Vena Annisa. Let me share my screen, yeah. I haven't been able to share my screen, Kak Eko.
Okay, I already stopped my screen's sharing. You can share yours. Okay, guys, so I guess this is the time for Kak Vena to explain more. And just remember that tonight, just have fun. You can raise your hand anytime and ask questions to her, okay?
All right. Thank you, Kak Eko.
Yes, your floor. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. So, hi everyone. My name is Vena Annisa. You can call me Vena or Kak Vena, Ibu Vena. I've been called so many nicknames throughout my career. Actually, some people still call me Bu Ayam because back in the days when I was an announcer, I actually had this super early morning show called Siap, Siaran Paling Pagi. And people called me Bu Ayam because I was the one who wake them up every morning to go to school. So yes, and I was told to share my career here. But since I'm very passionate about my field, which is communications, today I will share with you how to build connection through communication. And of course, while we're doing that, I will share you a little bit about my story, my career. And we can discuss. Actually, I really want this to be a two-way communication where you can freely ask me questions and I will answer. And since this is an English class, by no means I'm not your English teacher. My English is actually not that great. My children, I have two children and they were born in the United States. and they correct me all the time about my pronunciation, my grammar, my message in English. But I do believe that actually communication is more than just a language. So that's why I really want to discuss about connection with you. This is something that sometimes we are too caught up with the way our English is, especially with the comments from other people, netizen. Oh, your English is that, we are very conscious about how we express ourselves in English, but we will discuss about it, how to connect with more than just spoken language. Because connecting is the ability to identify with people and to relate to them in a way that increasing your influence. So, and as a foundation, connecting is not about you. It's about people that we talk to, our audience. So I really want to connect with you tonight. So before we begin, I don't want to speak alone. Let's type in the chat room. What do you expect to learn from me tonight? As I mentioned before, I'm not your English teacher. I'm not here to teach English. I'm here to share with you, to connect with you, to discuss with you. And I would really appreciate it if you would chat or would type in the chat column. What do you expect to learn from me? And then I will stop share a little bit so I can see each one of you. And I want to see who's typing on the chat room. Nobody? The question is again, what do you want to know? What do you want to learn? And what do you want to discuss with me tonight? So we can have this discussion instead of me just lecturing you about things about myself. That would be probably boring, but I really want to hear from you so we can connect what you need with what I share. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate for those of you who have typed your answer here. Jeffrey Yal, tell me please, how did you start your career in VOA? From Raki, your experience as a VOA journalist. From Ilham, I want to learn about business from your experience. So we have an entrepreneur here. All right. So from Diki, how to leverage communication to maintain meaningful relationship. Wow, this is deep, Diki. This is exactly what I want to discuss about. From Nisa, how you can manage your time being a mom, wife, and entrepreneur too. All right, Dina, sharing about your interesting experience on your career, or maybe your takeaway of all those years you've been through in your career. Are you sure you want to listen to me that long? It will take all night actually, but I will try to kind of like squeeze it in within how much time do I have, Kaeko? 20 minutes from now or 30 minutes?
Yeah, I think you still have 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes. Oh my God. Okay. So I want to learn about your time management, the key points to be a good communicator. Something great. I hope that great story can inspire me to do the same. Oh, that's quite a pressure you have here. How do you feel? Oh, Jafrial, if you look back, how do you feel now having a monumental program called Katakan Cinta? Jafrial, I can sense that you're from my generation. No, probably the younger generation that don't even know what Katakan Cinta is. So it's the show that I produced back then in early 20s about how to express the love in a reality show. But anyways, let's talk about it later. Juhari, how to manage good communication with all colleges. All right, that's a lot. Probably I cannot. Oh, okay, there's two more. Probably I could. Share about your very memorable experience as a working mom, all right, and from your regards to build up communication such as public speaking well, etc. All right, so I want to hear one volunteer to actually speak their mind or can answer my question and talk to me directly. Can I just pick someone? No pressure. This is a safe environment, and actually I'm very happy to find this community where we can learn from each other, where we can speak freely about anything and not not without any judgmental comments from people. That's what a community truly feel is. So Melly, hi.
Hi.
So yeah, just want to hear from you what you expect to hear from me tonight.
You're so amazing.
My amazing story. Okay, if my story
Yes.
is amazing, at least we can learn something from it. Yeah. So I don't know if my story will be amazing or not, but one thing for sure though, I believe communication is like a bridge that connects us to whatever our goal is with our skill, our experience, our capabilities. So without that bridge, it's kind of like having a gift that has not been opened. But with a good communication, our gift of skills, our gift of potential, talent, and all, we can use that for the greater goods for ourselves and for our community. So let's start our sharing. Since again, I was told to share about my career, let's start from there. This is me again. If you want to connect with me through my Instagram, it's Vena Annisa. Let's go. I divided my career into 4 monumental years, actually. The one when I was still a teenager in 1995. That was actually the start of my career as an announcer in Prambors radio station. When I first told you about being called Ibu Ayam, so that was actually my program in Radio Prambors back then, which actually it full of storytelling. The way I connect with my audience is actually through my storytelling and my curiosity about other people's lives. Or we can say it in nowadays word is kepo-ness. It's I think in the 4th or 6th year of my year as an announcer in Radio Prambors. And then I was chosen to be this primetime morning show. It is called Siap or Siaran Paling Pagi. So my job was basically wake people up in the morning so they have this good spirit. They are ready to go to school, wherever their house were, and then I showed them how the story among them, actually the story among high schoolers and junior high schoolers is the one that will encourage their excitement. So I know every gossips, every cool stories from the schools around Jakarta, and actually I exchange those stories with them every morning. So for example, okay, well, I have a story from SMA 8. So what's hot right there, So, and then I know this drama about here and there. So people was actually connect with me or reflect their lives through the story around them, through the story among their peers, through the story among people that they listen every day, not only through my voice, but through their friends as well. Again, this is about the year when I was an announcer. It was the year that I found out that my passion was actually communications. With the right words, with the right intentions, with the right purpose, you can actually make things better. In every scale and in every level in our lives. Again, my love in communication led me to continue to trying to continue my school in communication field. And then after, during those years, it's actually someone mentioned about me being the creator of reality show called Katakan Cinta. That was actually the first reality show in Indonesia. I came up with the idea because there's a lot of people who try to express their love on air with creativity, how they actually express in Indonesian, it's called jadian, going steady, like I really, okay, hello Vena, yes, I really like this girl, and today is the day that I'm gonna, nembak. I will ask her to be my girlfriend, my boyfriend, and then I was always challenge them. You cannot just say just like that. I mean, people or the counterpart or the girl or even the guy, will appreciate if you do it in such gestures that you make them special. And then they try to create something that is very creative, and I thought, wow, this is so good if I put it on the television. So at that time, the reality show was not preconditioned. It was real. I did not tell the other person that someone will express their love to them. So it was on in RCTI, and it was actually won Panasonic Award that year because of its originality, and it has huge ratings, and I was very happy. And from back then, actually, I was considered as the kind of like the expert for youth and generation. That's what led me to VOA later on. But then I got married. Or not, but it sounds like, but I got married. No, actually, I chose. I chose to, to have a spouse. Actually, my plan was to have an education together in United States, because back then my boyfriend, who is now my husband, was continuing his education for graduate school for his PhD, and so I came to the United States. We got married, and I thought I would I would do my master right after. But then a month after I got married, I was pregnant, so I couldn't continue my school. When my first child was 3 months old, I tried to go back to school, and bringing the baby to the class, and then put the sleeping baby in front of the chair, so I can see them. And of course, I asked for permission for my professor, and they actually let me. But it didn't work out, because it only worked out when my baby under 3 months old. But after that, no, it was chaos in the class. So I decided probably I have to hold on to my dream of being, to continue my education. But just like, people say, one door closed and then the other door opens. I saw this opening. Actually, my friend told me there's an opening in VOA in Washington, D.C. Back then I was in Colorado, so that was about like 4 hours flight from Colorado to Washington, D.C. So I applied. Apparently VOA, Voice of America in Washington, D.C. back then, they needed someone with a youth expert media background, so they can create media programs for youth. So I felt that was so me, and and then so I applied, and 6 months later I was accepted, alhamdulillah. So I worked in VOA for 12 years, from 2005 until 2017. But then in 2017, I decided to go back home. So because I want to pursue my other passion. So from Jakarta to Washington, D.C., back to Jakarta, it's all about dream and mastery. This is something that I want to share with you also. A dream is about, like, you have this hope, you have this you have this imagination that that will come true if you work hard for it. But it's not about success, actually, because for me success is focusing on the arrival, but for me success is actually focusing on the reach. That's called it is mastery. the more that I practice how to communicate well, the more I know about the communication world, the more I know about how the broadcasting work, the more I know that my mastery is something that I want to learn as long as I live in the field of communications, to bring that bridge from other people so they can have this connection between what they want, what their opinion, and what they're capable of, with the benefit for other people. And I want to be that person. That's why my passion is actually teaching now. Okay, now let's move to, this is just a collage of what I did in the past. Since regarding that mastery is like you really believe everything, every journey of yours is not looking for that one moment of success. Truly, a journey is, every milestones, every process, every ups and downs. It what brings you into a progress that you will be proud of. Because for me, especially when I teach about public speaking, we don't need the confidence yet, because the confidence, you will build that confidence. What we need is the courage that you want to try, because self-confidence is not about everything. It's about wanting to try and willing to fail, celebrate your failure, and then you will learn to be better. So that's the mastery. So mastery for me is about keep learning and and being happy, enjoying the process of doing that. So from the announcer through the producer, anchor, reporter on the field in VOA, actually we covered a lot of things internationally. We cover from the president election, we went to Academy Awards, and sometimes we have to report the sad news for the passing of Muhammad Ali over there. But then we got to meet our idol. I love Usher. And then when I met them, it's like, I love you. But then the more I experience my profession, the more I realize that this is not about me. It's about how to give a path for other people to know how to communicate well. Because in America, I interviewed a lot of Indonesian who made it in the global world, and they have something in common, that they can really express themselves really clearly, and they have this confidence of what their roots are, and they're willing to take that chance of communicate it to other people. Their English is, a lot of them is not that good. But then again, they can connect with people in such a way that people understand them, people can feel with them, and people can support them. And this is actually what I really want to discuss tonight. The connection is actually why we are here. This is the quote from one of my favorite scholars. She's Brené Brown. She said, connection is why we are here. We are really hardwired to connect with others. It's what gives purpose and meaning to our lives. This is actually what led me to why I moved to Indonesia. My main intention of going back to Indonesia at that time is actually because I knew my father needed me. He had Alzheimer, and before he did not remember who I was, I would really want to be with him. It's been a while that I got to take care of my parents, so I moved back to Indonesia. Again, a lot of people ask me like, why, how did you leave, your beautiful jobs, and we know that you're really passionate about, but passion is not about the thing. It's passion about how to do things passionately. you can find your way along the way, and then you can find, oh, this is my passion. Passion is not something that is stable. It is something that fluid. Then we can always find our passion as long as we believe in ourselves. Believe that, you know, through our journey, we will find something that is really meaningful for us and for other people. So I moved back to Indonesia, and Kak Eko asked me about, you know, when you talk about your career in the United States, please let us know how you can really communicate with, you know, international people over there. So this is your material, so you can discuss it in your FGD. The 4 components of connection. How can we really connect? As I mentioned before, and I always said that connection is just more than a spoken language. It's okay for you not to speak English fluently. It's okay if you have this Indonesian accent. It's okay if, you know, you feel like you still have a lot of things to learn, but you still can connect with other people. Let's just say, because I'm a communication trainer, let's have kind of like a little bit of a template over here, so you have a good and interesting topic to discuss in your FGD. I take it from John C. Maxwell book, Everyone Communicates, but Few Connects. So how do we actually connect with people? Kak Eko, how much time do I have?
I think you still have 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes? Okay, so I can I can interact with everyone here, ya, kalau gitu ya. All right. So for components of connection, visual. What do you think? How do we can communicate visually? Any volunteer?
Eyes.
Eyes. Okay. Who said that? Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we connect visually? What does it mean? How to connect visually? Atika? Just because, I don't know, I saw you.
Okay. Hi, Kak Vena. I'm Atika. Maybe I want to share about visual communication, maybe through our body language, through our eyes, so we can see them when we are talking or explaining something.
Okay, visually. Okay.
Yep.
Correct.
In my experience, since I am a consultant, so my visual thing is through PowerPoint. So I have to explain, I have to make our PowerPoint compact, so my clients, my audience can understand easily what the message I want to deliver to them.
All right. Thank you for sharing, Atika. How about you, Rifal? What does it mean by connecting visually?
All right, yeah, I'm Rifal. So I think through eyes, we can connect to the people. That's the only thing that we do at the first sight, right? So that's why we know this term, which is first impression.
First impression.
Yeah, because when we see someone through their eyes and give good impression, we will think that, oh my God, this guy is really good to be with. I cannot wait to have another date with that person. So through the eyes, how we see someone through their eyes, because it feels like we are connecting to the people. We are paying attention to what they are saying. Because probably someone or some people think that it feels like not okay to see if someone sees our eyes, but if we truly pay attention and all ears of what's going on, we can feel what other people feel, and we can blend with their emotion.
Okay. So, thank you, Rifal. Okay.
And, yeah, and there's a tip.
actually, thank you. I really appreciate your comment. In fact, you answered me really complete until the last part of our connecting component, which is emotion. But I want to take something from you, which is first impression and how you connect with your eye contact. All right. Okay, so yes, thank you, Atika and Rival. Nowadays, we do need to use the power of visual to help sustain our audience interest and bring it to the new level of understanding. Nowadays, I know people expect any kind of communication to be a visual experience. That's why we have a lot of entertainment through, through our eyes. As we enjoy them every day. And in communication, it is about how people see us. It's about how people have the impression by only just seeing us. Atika mentioned it really well with the term nonverbal communications. So people can actually have the impression of us without any word that coming out of our mouth. People can just have a conclusion about us. Sometimes not a really good conclusion by just having seeing our jutek face. Can I say our rested face? I don't know if you're familiar with that term. I don't want to say it here, but people do interpret our non-verbal communication in such a way. So connect with people visually means that we truly aware that people see something from us, and through their eyes they will have some impressions, because non-verbal communication does matter. For example, if I see Kak Eko like this, that's seperti sinetron. Probably a lot of you will say, why are you mad to Kak Eko? With only I did not even say any word, but through my gaze, through my eyes, through my facial expression, people do have some opinion about it. All right. Okay, so next is let's see the slide again. Intellectually, how do we connect intellectually with people? Anybody has some opinion about it? How do we connect with people through our intellect? We connect intellectually. Dina, do you want to share something?
I'm actually kind of confused, but I think one of them, I think I can mention empathy, because you need that capacity on your brain to have empathy. I don't know, maybe that's one of them.
Actually, if we want to connect people intellectually, which is through our knowledge, the word empathy, I will use it for the last component, which is emotional. But then through intellectually, we should have our self-empathy as well, because it is all about our self-awareness and our understanding about ourselves and other people. Let me explain later, but I want to hear from Aulia, because Aulia just raised his or her hand. Aulia?
Yes, thank you.
It's a she.
I want to share my opinion.
Sure.
I think intellectual communication is when you have some interest in a subject, I am interested in medication maybe, and I have friend that also interested in medication, and we can talk, and we can talk comfortably because we have some interest about this medication, about this something like that.
Okay, so you have some interest that sparks a discussion between you and your counterpart.
Yes, and we have some level of knowledge about this subject.
All right. Okay. So Pak Kaeko said we have only 2 minutes. Bobby, can I save you for the next components? Yeah. All right, so we move to, so basically you are right. Intellectually, we try to connect with people on intellectual level. We must know two things, your subject and yourself. Try to communicate what you know or what you don't know through your audience perspective. So maybe you will decide, it's either you will be the one who shares or be the one who learns. So in position yourself how to connect with other people. You can connect, you will show your curiosity because you want to learn something, or you will show your compassion if you want to share about something. Okay, let's just move on. Kak Eko, can I have a spare time of 5 minutes? So emotional. So because I have a limited duration, I'm sorry, but for this two, emotion and verbal, probably I cannot really give you.
Sure. 3 minutes.
All right, thank you. All right, so the emotional, so means it's deeper than just language or the one that we just talk about, intellectual or visual. Emotional, like you want to win over another person. First, you have to win his heart, and the rest will follow. I love this quote by Maya Angelou. Probably you've heard it somewhere so many times. So this is the quote. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So it's about having the awareness that our communication will ignite some emotion from the counterpart. We want to make them feel good. We want to be present so they feel that they are being recognized, they're being cared about. So we consider when we communicate with people, we want to ignite that positive emotion out of our audience or out of the our counterpart when we have a conversation. And then last but not least, in the 4 components of connection is verbal. Of course, yes, through my explanation, a very short explanation, I hope you guys will understand. But I have convinced you that communication goes way beyond words, and that connect with people, we must appeal them visually, intellectually, and emotionally. However, that doesn't mean that we should ignore the power of words. So this is how verbal communication does matter. It's about our intonation, it's about how we convey our message, it's about our content, it's about how we use pauses, and everything about how we convey our message, the delivery of our words. To make it kind of clear, I want to connect with my experience again when I was in the United States. I want to try to connect with people there, the global international people in America, through that 4 components. Visually, I wear batiks to several occasions, so they can see me visually that I do have some very unique clothing that actually be a spark conversations. I can talk about my heritage. I can talk about how proud I am of having Indonesian roots. I can talk about my country, and that's kind of like the things that connect with them, because people like something that is new, something that is different, something that is relevant to their curiosity in terms of culture. How to connect with them intellectually is actually I went to my my son's classes. If you can see me here, this is me. I had this presentation about Lebaran. America is actually a very diverse country, and they appreciate the differences, at least in my state. I live in Maryland. So in December, in December, there's a lot of holidays from different religions. So the teacher asked me to present the celebration in Islam. So I went there and I brought this little ketupat, and I had to connect with them emotionally. Not only by visually, I mean, they can they can visually see the very unique ketupat, but I connect them emotionally by saying that sometimes when you see something back home, it will make you feel something inside that you remember every details of your life in your childhood, the smell of your home, something that ignite their reflection on how they feel about something. And at the end, they understand that, oh, this piece of ketupat is actually very meaningful for us. And actually, I shared with them a lot of ketupat kecil, gitu, small ketupas, and they actually use it as the Christmas tree decoration. So I think that's pretty sweet of them. And of course, verbally, I speak a lot of Indonesian. Emotionally, I mentioned about how actually we can connect with people through foods. I cook Indonesian foods all the time, and actually in my graduate school, the picture in the right corner, it's me. I cook bakso for my colleagues, for my friends in American University. That's when I took my my master degree. So after I have 2 kids, so finally I had a chance to continue my education. So this is in my class, and I said, you know, have you tried Indonesian food? They said haven't. So next week I will bring bakso. So I brought bakso, and I actually bought lemper. A funny story about lemper, I forgot to mention that you don't eat the banana wrapper because they thought that was sushi. So they ate it with the banana leaves going like that. I was like so panicky. It's like, you don't eat the leaves, you know. But that was funny. But they really appreciate it, and some of them like bakso and some of them didn't. But that was okay. So I had to connect with them emotionally. So try to connect with people with 4 elements: the visually, verbally, emotionally, and intellectually. We're really put in a place that, you know, it is truly is more than just spoken language, is knowing what people like, their interests, and trying to connect with them is more than just, you know, your perfect English. It is actually, the 4 elements is called common ground. You try to find the common ground, that we're in this world together, especially in this pandemic, you know, where everybody have the same experience, have the same agony and stress and, you know, anxiety. We can build connection from there. At the end of the day, yes, we are different in the we came from a different walks of life, but at the end we are human. We have a lot of connection and common ground, and it is up to us to be able to really have the courage again to connect with them when it seems that they don't want to connect with us. How about when we initiate the action and trying to connect them in that 4 ways that we just talked about. At the end, the dream goes on for me. So I went back to Indonesia, and now I'm a trainer. I am very passionate about education in Indonesia. So this is actually the latest program that I created with the Kementerian Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan, Riset dan Teknologi. So I created this program for teachers in Indonesia, and right now this program has been going on for almost a year, and the participants is more than 130,000 around Indonesia. So again, it shows that, you know, we're not looking for success, we're looking for mastery, something that we would like to learn more and more, and we will find the answer along the way. At the end of the day, if we connect with people, it's not about like people will remember us, but we will be the part of their story. We are the part of their story, hopefully the part that are really significant and positive and impactful. That's kind of like the goal of our journey in our mastery, whatever your interest and whatever your skill is. And I'm sorry if I talk too fast because the duration is really limited, Kak Eko. You know, I think I'm just gonna, is this my last share? Oh yeah, at the end of the day, you know, the connection is
I think that's your last.
my last, yes. The key of leading a happy and healthy life is good relationship. So it's really worth it if you really try to connect with people in such a way. All right, so let's connect everybody. Have a fun time joining your focus discussion group, and we can always connect with me later on. You will go back to the main room and, you know, have fun. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Kak Vena.
Thank you. Okay, well, I think the most important thing that you said is people will not forget how you made them feel. So you can wear anything, you can say anything, but people just do not forget how you made them feel, right? Okay, Kavena, are you listening? Okay, I guess she's not listening.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did you talk to me?
Can you?
Anybody else? All right.
Yes.
You talk to everybody is here. Yes, Kaiko, that's absolutely.
It's okay. I'm just wrapping up. I'm just wrapping up actually because you said something that people will not forget how you made them feel, right?
Yes. People might forget who we are and what we said, but people just don't forget how we make them feel. So, you know, it's that the deep of connection, of deep of emotion that we would like people to have when they talk to us.
Yes. Okay. I think that will open our next session, which is our FGD session. So before we go into the FGD room, I will divide you into rooms, guys. I think the host will divide you. I will introduce our facilitator for tonight. Okay, there is Adika.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Nice to meet you all.
Kamanda. Okay, Kak Sofia. Kak Sofia. Kak Mus.
Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Britzone. Hey, Kak.
Hi. Okay, Kak Saskia. It's already here, right?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm here. Nice to see you guys.
Okay. Vicky.
Hi. Hello.
Where are you?
Hi, prisoners. Hi. Here. Yeah.
Hi. Okay. And the last one we have Karaki.
Hola. Hello, Britzoners.
Okay, so those are our facilitator for tonight, and you will join the facilitator. But before that, I will share you. I think this is the last 4 components that actually Kak Vena has already shared with us. So actually, it's very easy, just having fun, discussing about these 4 components. So how do you interact or communicate with others through visual, intellectual, emotional, and verbal? For sure, you can choose one, okay? Because we only have like 25 minutes, so maybe it's a little bit short. So just choose one. You can choose either one, yeah, inside the group, yeah. Just divide it fairly, okay? Well, have fun in FGD session. See you guys.
So we are left alone here.
Hello, Vena.
Hello, hello.
So who
So
will
what are
be
we gonna
in
do
the
here in the main
big
room?
Okay.
There's only 3 of us being here in the main room.
Actually, there are 6 of us. Or
Hey, Beverly.
5
Finally.
of us.
Oh yeah, sorry. Wait a minute. 3 of us, right? Okay.
Yeah, 3 of us.
Actually,
I
no,
think
it's
Esther
5 of
should.
us. We have Muhammad Rizan, Esther, Beverly, Eko, and myself.
Have you
Esther,
assigned them
yeah, sure,
to
but not
the
accepted. Yeah, already. Wait, Esther,
not
Esther, could you
accepted?
please accept Faisal and Amanda? Esther, are you here? Not quite sure. All right, Esther, I already moved you to Amanda. Okay. All right, and also Rizan. Hi, Rizan. Muhammad Rizan, you there? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, no worries.
Well,
Rizan and
I'm
Esther is betah.
glad that but they will join the others because they're already assigned. But it's okay. We can wait here and just have a chit chat because I haven't met Vena forever.
Forever.
Actually, I asked you
Forever.
for a lot of times actually, but you know, it seems like you were
Really?
So yeah, we
You
were
know
actually
what?
high school buddies in Minnesota, right, Kaiko?
Yes, high school. So actually, the other day, I think yesterday before this. Oh yeah, you joined it. You joined the briefing session as well. Yeah, Vena. So
Yes.
actually, before that, like they're having a question. So is Vena really your friend? You sound very like you sound really acquainted, like very familiar. Yes, because we were not in high school together, but we were in the same state where actually that we have a lot of problems and we're just like ani koci ya. Anak kecil,
What is an anikochi,
16
Kaiko?
years old.
Yes,
So
we
we
were
have nobody to
17
turn to.
Yeah, 70 years old in a foreign land. And of course, as an exchange student, we had a lot of drama going on in our families, in our host families. And actually, we went to prom with you, Kaeko. We went to prom together.
I told them that.
Oh, you did? Okay. Basically, at that time, that was, a good move for me because prom was actually expensive and Echo was actually willing to buy everything.
Wow.
So actually,
What did I buy you?
You bought
Oh,
for
I buy
the transportation, you
the
bought for
course.
dinner, you bought for flowers and everything. So, at that time, I remember I had this options of going to my own prom, which is I had to pay for the tickets, right? I had to pay for the tickets and all the 9 yards, which is went to dinner and then transportation, meaning
The limo.
the limo and then so forth. And then I thought to myself back then, it's like, I really need, extra cash for Oleh, right? So when you asked me to go to prom with you and I asked like, will you pay for everything? Because I didn't want to pay for for dinner and then for transportation and for all. And then, Echo was like, Echo said, everything is gonna be on me. And I said, okay, let's go. And I really wanted to go to school at that time. So so we had different schools, but it was fun actually. That was quite an experience.
Yeah, I think back then I was like just trying to be a gentleman, yeah. by paying for everything.
Yeah. So that was fun experience, and time flies, and 20 something years later, and we are here in this room together, sharing the story and all. So what is that you want to ask me?
Well, I think because you already share about your last experience, because I haven't heard that as well, right? Just like in the presentation, like I haven't keep up with you, like sharing story and catching up. But during this pandemic, because you're doing this communication, doing this teaching, like you have a company as well. How do you switch? Like you are, I think we are like old school. Like we used to like doing communication by actually meeting people, talking in front of the audience, but now like suddenly it's all going online. So how actually you deal with that?
I think it's like everybody else in the as an entrepreneur, we face with a challenge that the changes happen so fast. It was really such an uncertain situation. So it was kind of like a mix of hope and fear. But we knew that we have a company that we need to run. So yes, you are right. When actually I founded VNV Communications, so the service, my company services, we are communication training specialists. So what we do is we go to companies and organizations and schools, and we offer the communications trainings, which before the pandemic, of course, it was always held offline because as you mentioned, when we learn about communication, we really want to see each other. We really want to connect directly with people through our eye contact, through our verbal communication and non-verbal communication, which back then before the pandemic, we didn't think that we would do it over Zoom or over this virtual communication. But when the pandemic happened, we knew instantly that this process of learning cannot stop. Just like my son experienced at school, people needs to keep learning, people needs to keep adjusting, and people needs to experience the new things that happen in the world, and knowing that pandemic is not something that will happen in a short period of time. We knew, by we is me and my partner is Fifit Kafi, that's why BNP Communications. We knew that we needed to start doing the training online. We actually started by creating this event. It is called Sharing Solusi. Sharing Solusi is the online event. We invited a lot of experts from different fields of different experts from different fields, from business, from health, education, and all the elements that is closely related to our lives. So by having them sharing about the solution in this pandemic, we realized that a lot of people was inspired by the solution, by the insights from them. And we knew that we needed to keep going to have training online. And then we created, and then we thought about, like, learning should be fun, learning should be something that is really inspiring. So we created this 3E. E as educate, engage, and entertain. So whenever we put our online training, we try to put those elements together. So it needs to be full of education, of course. It needs to be really engaging, so people cannot just watch. People need to interact with us as well, practice on the spot. And at the end of the day, should be entertaining, so people will be having fun while doing it. So it's actually been quite an experience and quite a learning time for us. But right now it's actually 100% our trainings during this pandemic is through online. So it has been doing pretty well, I guess, as a lot of people adjusting to this new normal with virtual communication.
Yes. I also, I think this is like something new, like the past. I think actually I learned to do online communication like this through Zoom. I think the first time, my first experience is through Britzone. So I owe Britzones a lot. Before that, I was like very old school, and I like being stubborn. Like I don't want to meet through Zoom or anything. I have to meet them whether at cafe or restaurant, although it's already pandemic.
So
Until like one day, because I think like the excitement of like eating together, like drinking together, I think it's like it's just different. But I think it started to change, because like every time I offer them to do online or offline, and then they will say online. Can we do offline? No, because my wife or my husband or my parents at home doesn't let us to. So actually during this pandemic, like before, people are not really being care. They just care about themselves. Like if I'm being safe, so I'll be safe. But then later on, they will think about the people that staying together with them at home. Right?
Because we need that peace of mind whenever we go back to our home, and taking care of the loved ones means that we do care about to take care of about how to take care of ourselves, not to expose ourselves to these viruses that is going on everywhere. It's part of our responsibility as well. But I do agree with you, though. Even though in this pandemic we are getting accustomed with virtual communication and having meetings through this device, and being separated through monitors. However, I mean, it's nothing compared to the feeling of meeting the people directly and having to connect with them offline. However, in this new normal, it's better to communicate than just nothing, because at the end of the day, we do need to share, we do need to collaborate, we do need to discuss things. And actually, I know that if we use some methods for having a good virtual communication, it will mimic the offline communication. It's not a lot, it's not perfect, but it's better. For example, I always say to my students to not to put ourselves very close to the monitors, because it is important for us to show our hands, to show our gestures, to have a good postures, because whenever we talk to a person directly in offline situation, we always see their gestures, we always see their movement, how their gestures really support their words. So in virtual communication, I always tell my students not to put themselves like really close like that, because I really want to hear your your gestures, your hands, your body, the upper part of your body. So it will mimic the conversation if we were to meet directly. So so that's kind of like a tips here and there. And I always say that there's a perk of having the virtual communication. One of the advantage is actually we can have lots of notes without people knowing, so we don't have to memorize things so much.
Yes.
We have notes, right? So if we place them, in strategic place, people will not know that we actually have some notes to support our
We have a lot of contekan, yeah.
Contekan, exactly. And then there's this in Zoom, we have the makeup by Zoom, right? You know, so we go to settings and then, okay, so let me show you. Eko, you don't know?
I don't know.
Okay, let me show you. The one that you see right now, this is not my real face. Let me show you my real face.
Really?
So this is, I touch up my appearance. All right, and then I adjust the light. So let me show you. If I don't do that, you will see the real me. It's okay. I'm just being very vulnerable here because vulnerability is power. Okay, so if I if I don't tick the touch up my appearance, it goes like this. Okay, I feel like that.
Oh my God, I'm so kepo.
Okay, so like this. Okay, this is me without nothing, without anything. Now let me show you how the transformation of me like this. Look closely. If I touch up my appearance first, I will touch up my appearance. And then I will adjust the low light. Look at me. I feel glowing, kan?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh my God. All right. That's a difference. It's all
right, definitely, right?
You're right.
Yeah. So
Hi,
okay, the glow. Okay. So touch up my appearance. It will make your face smoother, and then the light will make it glowing. It mean it adds some glow to your face. So I do that. So that means, like, you know, I have a filter. So whenever I have a speaking engagement, and that's good because I don't have to wear so much makeup actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's the difference is so significant. Like it's like you're so fresh, like you're just getting out from the shower.
Yeah. So people say like, wow, kece banget gitu. And I always say, you know, there's not the real me. You know, I have my friend who asks like, oh, you don't have any wrinkles. You know, you're in your 40s, right? Gitu. Yeah, because my wrinkles is gone because of Zoom.
Oh my God, don't say it. Oh, no, they know my age.
And, you know, I spill my secret. I have nothing to hide. So, you know, I don't want people to be surprised when they see me in person. It's like, oh, you are very different if I see you through Zoom. So, yeah. So anyway, so there's a lot of advantage of having a virtual communications. And I think, but one thing that I always mention to my students is please turn on your video, because the video is, our eyes is truly the window of our soul. And, you know, if we try to connect with people, we truly need to have that eye contact. And then in persuasive communication is actually when you move your body a little closer, and then the other person will feel like your content or your message is truly that important. Let's try it. So Eko, say something and I will move myself closer to you. And how do you feel about that? Okay, go. You say something.
Hi, Vena.
Yeah, like a longer sentence long.
Oh, what should I say? Like,
let's just say something about your life, something, you know, that you think is really interesting. Okay.
Hi, Vena. Well, it's glad I'm seeing you again tonight. So actually, how are you?
I'm good.
I was like, I'm surprised.
So you feel like, you know, the other person is really interested in you, so they need to move closer to be, you know, closer to you. So it feels that way. So in when you present something to your client, or, you know, if your client explain about things, like you want to create that dynamics in your
intimacy. Yeah.
Yes, then intimacy sounds like really like I want to flirt. No, it's actually truly professional. When you explain something to your client, when your client trying to explain something to you, and you feel like you don't want to just stand still, you want to like move a little bit, and then you show a sign of approval by smiling, by yeah, like that, and then it shows that you really present. You really care about what the other person are saying, and it is actually really encouraging, because sometimes when we speak, when nobody is actually doing that gestures, by smiling and nodding and kind of like tilt themselves a little bit to you, you feel like, are they interested, are they
Yes.
are they bored, but if you give them the expression of I'm interested, not to be lebay, but like that, sometimes you don't have to do that all the time, and then you can move back again. It's like, giving out that expression will really encourage the other person to speak more and feel that they are really appreciated, and the other person is really interested in hearing them more. So that's kind of like the tips that we can do in virtual communications. And what's the other thing is, we can also put some excitement, some interaction with games, something that without having to be really keringetan about it. For example, if I conduct a training, of course I have to do some games as well, right? And in the offline settings, I need to be really energetic, and if I give out some games or some interactive programs, and then I have to like that. But through virtual communication, we are really supported by websites and application that can support our content through some polling, some quizzes, some games, in the convenience of our monitor. So yeah, that's one of the good things as well.
Like Kahoot, trivia, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Words game. Yeah. So something like that. So virtual communication is not that bad.
I think I agree with you about putting visual, like putting your video on when you're doing Zooming or you're talking, because I think your facial expression, your gesture, your body language is actually meaningful to your speakers, because sometimes they just like feeling like talking by themselves, because there is like I think it's very easy to feel like I think nobody's responsive because nobody's quiet, or I cannot see anyone faces. Like it happens a lot, and I think your tip is very good. I think doing Zooming, I think it's very appreciative if we can put our face on, right? But actually, my friend Beverly here is actually having a clubhouse.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yes.
have one. Yeah,
So
right.
actually, I just realized that I tried Clubhouse just this afternoon. Like it's I think for me who's very visual, it's very hard to like paying attention to like only a voice and then a profile picture. But I think Beverly has something to share. How do you feel when doing Clubhouse?
All right, here. So because our time is already reached out, so let's make it quick. Yeah, no worries. Honestly, I'm a type of person who doesn't like to share my appearance. So I enjoy listening to others' perspective rather than showing my face, for example, or even anything that kind of my appearance. So that I'm into Clubhouse, of course. And one thing that the founder is from America, California, and we often debate almost all the time. It's kind of, yeah, they are criticized so much. I do believe that what you mentioned before, Vena, it's kind of really, yeah, true. People of them, of course. And all right, just a moment. Oh, we already have our friends in here. Okay.
Okay, they're coming back. Welcome to the big room.
Hello,
welcome
welcome.
everyone. Welcome. So how was your FGD? It was enough time? Was it enough time?
Of course not.
Not enough. Of course not.
Of
Ya,
course
Karaki ya.
not. Yes.
Correct.
We're just talking about anything about communication.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
in the main room also we talk very a lot of tips that being shared from Kak Vena, and I wish that all of you can hear, but maybe later on in another session. Yeah, I think she has a lot of great insight about online communication. Welcome everyone, come back to the main room. I think you have a great time at FGD session with our facilitator. Yes, I would like to say thank you to all facilitator for facilitating all of the members tonight. And I would like to say thank you also for all of you who's joining today's class. Don't forget that tomorrow we still have Britzone meetings, so please do join as well. Okay, so because we don't have a lot of time, but I promise you that there are something very exciting at the end. So before we don't have games, but tonight we will have games with our game master Kak Mus. But before that, I apologize that I only will pick 3 lucky FGD group. Okay. Uh, so Amanda, are you ready?
Yes, of course, I'm ready. We
Okay.
had a great discussion, and I'd like to pick Kak Dian as our representative. Hi, Kak Dian.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, so we were talking about how to get connected to people. And in our discussion, I got to share my experience. I'm living abroad right now, so I shared how I get connected with my colleagues. So I used to work in a kindergarten school. And as the only male teacher there, I felt a little bit left out, but this is this is my way to strike a conversation with somebody. So
where are you
one
located
day,
again? Where are you located?
Currently I'm living in Thailand.
In Thailand, okay.
Yes. So one day I brought Indonesian food to school and shared with everyone at school, and they started talking to me and asked for the recipe. So it was an amazing way to get connected to people. So a simple gesture like that, like sharing food or even offering a seat to somebody on the train, can be a good way to start communicating with them. So, and we also talk about how would you suggest an introvert to be more open about themselves? And we came up with an answer that we first don't believe that there is somebody who is extremely introvert. I believe that everyone has a little bit of extroversion in them. So you just need to bring that out from that people. You need to let them out. So yeah, and social media can be a good platform for those who are introverted to start conversations. And this is an interesting case, actually, that many people who proclaim that they are introverted, but when they're using social media, they speak like they can never stop speaking. So that's really interesting. And the last thing we talk about is what we got from today's class. So everybody has learned something, but I loved it when Kak Vena said in the class that success is not about how much you have accomplished in your life, but success is about how big you grow in the process. So it's really beautiful. And thank you so much for delivering the class today.
My pleasure, Kak Dian. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dian. Okay, well, it's very good point of view from Dian from Thailand. Thank you so much for sharing. And I have the next two. Okay, who's lucky? KTW, are you ready?
Hi, yes, thank you, Kaiko. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, representative from my group is gonna be Kak Haris. Kak Haris, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Kak Haris, please tell us about what we have discussed in our group. Thank you, Kak Haris.
Okay, so we are all agree about that for components. They are very important. We have Dina opinions is about visual communication, that she had a female friend which is in common. Women usually express a lot of things, but she wasn't. So Dina felt like she wasn't welcomed at first, but when the time running, she found out that she is a very entertaining person. She just need a little bit time to get along with her, and we have Rival and also Edu. They concern about emotional communication, which is it directs to touch to the person that we are talking or speaking, and also about understanding people through emotion, and also like Edu said about podcast, YouTube, vlogger about online communication, which is the example is about campaign, like we can connect emotionally through campaign that we agree or disagree about something. And for me personally, I concern about verbal communication. The case is for short, I just resigned from my job and I decided to open my own business. But my parents felt like over worry for me, and they always remind me about how the business progress and what if you prepared and etc. It felt irritated for me, like I haven't started the business, but it's already like pressure in the beginning. But in the next days or the following days, I felt like that's the way they connect with me through verbal communication. So it felt like very touch for me from verbal communication. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Haris. Thank you so much. So actually, very good point of view from you. Thank you so much. Okay, next I will ask. Okay, who's lucky? Kak Mus, are you ready?
Yeah. Halo, Kaiko.
Hello. Okay, the floor is yours.
Okay, so from my group, I have Jafriel. So actually, he is the huge fans of Kata Cinta back then. And then he has the interesting perspective related to the components of communication. So Jafriel, are you here with us? Okay, time is yours.
So our group discussed about what the most important components you use the most from Kak Vena share earlier. So I share my opinion about that. I use for all those combination of four in working environment, because I believe content is the king, but visual is everything. But in my family, my family life, my family environment, I usually using verbal communication. So to conclude our discussion, we most of us agree those 4 components are important to express our opinion, our ideas, especially when we are facing or having different opinion with others. That's all.
Thank you, Jeffriel. Thank you. Very good point of view. So you're a great fan of Katakan Cinta.
I watch it every week.
Okay.
Time really flies. That was almost 20 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I just got a clue from our host that I still have. We will have time for one person to ask questions. Okay. So, is there any of you who would like to ask question to Vena? Only one question, because we are very. Oh, okay. Okay. Jeffriel.
I have one question only. Who's your favorite couple from Katakan Cinta?
You know, honestly, that was such a long time ago. I didn't really remember, all the couples. It seems like when I moved to the United States and I stayed there for 15 years actually. And then all of my memories just went blur. So I honestly didn't remember the favorite because I remember I love most of them because of their creativity. But the one that I still friends with is the first episode of Katakan Cinta. Adit from because he's my friend from Radio Prambors as well, and I know his wife now, and so I still remember him, and actually I don't remember siapa sih artis.
Do you remember Ringo?
Ringo,
participate
yeah, Ringo.
in Katakan Cinta also.
Yeah, Ringo. I don't want to say, because he is the celebrities, and then I like him more than the others, because I think the other participants, they deserve the credit as well because of their courage and their creativity. So, I cannot answer that question, Jeffriel, I'm sorry, but I love them all and I appreciate them all. Thank you.
Okay, well, I think reminiscing something in the past is great, but I think because it's too long time ago, sometimes our memory refrain us to do that because we forget already. Okay.
Of age.
Yeah, because of age. Okay. I think I just got a clue from our host, so I'm allowed to have one more questions. Just one question, okay, from one person. Is any one of you want to ask question right away to Vena? A lot of interesting thing, like from the years when she's a radio announcer, or from when she's in the United States. Okay, there is Bobby. Bobby, would you open your video? If you can.
Of course. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity. My question for Kak Vena is, what you missing things from Indonesia when you have a career in America?
What I miss from Indonesia?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Thank
There's so
you.
many things. Of course, the food is always something that I the most. I long for the most. I learned quite a bit of Indonesian cuisine, and I'm able to cook my own food because I felt like I cannot buy it anywhere. So I learned it through YouTube, of course, Indonesian food. But there's nothing like the authenticity of Indonesian food back home. So I always miss the foods. And I missed the support that I have, because in the United States, of course, you need to do everything by yourself. We don't have any OB in the office, yeah. We don't have any office boy in the office, so we need to have to do everything by ourselves. We don't have any assistants in the household, so I took care of my children and do the cooking. But luckily, I have a very hands-on husband who helped me with cleanings and laundry and the rest of the domestic chores. So yeah, what I miss about Indonesia is actually the sense of togetherness, in community. But luckily in Indonesia, we are in United States, and where I lived, we do have Indonesian community that I can always come back to. We have masjid in Maryland. We have a community center, Islamic community center. So that was good. So yeah, always miss everything about Indonesia. Actually, the smell is different. When I landed in Indonesia, whenever I had a break and visit Indonesia, it's a different feeling when you landed in your home country. You felt like you really do belong. I loved my time in United States, but nothing feels like home.
Thank you, Vena. Well, I agree with you. Like there is no place like home. Yeah. Thank you, Bobby, for your question. I think that wraps up our meeting for tonight. But before we finish the session, I would like to have the last closing statement from Kak Vena. Vena, would you share with us your closing statement with us?
Thank you, Kak Eko. So first and foremost, I really appreciate each and every one of you who came here tonight. I really appreciate this community where we can have a safe room to learn, where we can grow together, learning from each other. And of course, just like I mentioned before, I am not your English teacher. I'm here to share about the power of connection, and I hope we can connect after this with each other. Just like what I just mentioned, I think the opportunity for us to be able to communicate with people, to connect with each other, should not be hindered by our lack of confidence in speaking English. Of course, I can assure you, yes, we need to learn and to be better every time throughout some period of time. But whenever we have the chance to communicate and knowing that our English is not that great, it's okay, because people learn through the four connection of ours, which is through visual, through our intellect, our verbal, and our emotion. I think having awareness of utilize those components when trying to connecting with people, it will get us there. There means it's not reached to our destination, because our destination is actually unlimited, but it's we will have our appreciation of ourselves, that we actually go from point A to point B with all of the failure, with all of the struggle and effort. And at the end, we realize, and we will put ourselves on the back, and we feel like, hey, we have done this, we are reached this point. And there, when we know that we have more self-confidence. So again, self-confidence is not because we know everything, but we know that we have gone through some process of where we are right now. And Kak Eko just mentioned to me, Kak Vena, please mention again about that quotes from Maya Angelou. So this is something just to remind us that everything that we do, we have an impact to people around us. The Maya Angelou said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And sometimes what we do to them is something is that impactful that it's becoming a pivotal point in people's life. And that's how we are, by connecting with each other in this world. I hope my sharing tonight will give you a little bit of hope and optimism during this pandemic, and keep learning, semangat, and I hope we can connect in one way or the other. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kak Vena. I think please give a big applause for her. Thank you so much for sharing tonight and giving time for us between your busy schedules. We hope to see you again in next session, of course, because we have a lot of interesting tips that you shared in the main room, and of course, I want the others in FGD also listen to that too. I would like to say thank you to our committee tonight, to Mr. President, Mrs. Vice President. Thank you so much for today's facilitator, all of you, and also the host. But before we say goodbye, we have a tradition, which is we take pictures together. I think Beverly would lead the picture taken together.
All right, sure. Okay, so everyone, could you please just open your camera together before taking pictures? Okay. Oh, wait. Just got a chat. All right. Now we have 2 pages in here. The first page, okay. Let me count down. 3, 2, 1. Cheers. Okay. Just a moment. And then second page. All right. 3, 2, 1. Cheers. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Beverly.
Thank you, Bev.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining tonight's class. We are having fun. Hopefully to see you again tomorrow and Saturday, and also back again next Tuesday. Okay. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Stay healthy.
I love you all.
Thank you, everyone.